What's happening? I'm Alex, and I'm on your screen. That's where I'm at. I don't have a choice. I'm stuck here. Slide style practice day. San Pelezzo pulling up to the line. And I just realized a minute ago my drink's in the other room. I need to go grab it. But it's all good. What's going on? Fire's here. Squid is in here. Skull, what's going on? Skirt. Pull up right here. What happened to, Skull, what happened to your keyboard? All right, I'm going to go grab my drink real quick. Be right back. All right. Skull says coffee clam too late. How did coffee hurt your monitor? Did somebody like throwing it around the house? I'm so confused. Oh boy. Well, for any of you jumping in Car X today to come slide with the boys, I'm sure you saw the new Kino update situation. Kind of had to if you're going to jump on and play. If you're on PC, we'll be talking about that a little later when some more people get here. That sucks, Skull. Well, hopefully you can get everything all straightened out and get you a new keyboard. Hey, the Steel Series shit is pretty awesome, not gonna lie. Speaking of Skull, there he is. Oh, screwed that entry up. right, well, other than Skull having to deal with that problem, which sucks. What is... Sorry, my bad. I missed the shit there. What's everybody else been up to? Squid went on a float. What's a float trip? Like a rafting kind of, like a... Wayne, I'm playing Go to Sleep later. I'm at the racetrack tomorrow. I'm pretty much at the racetrack every Saturday till the end of October. Oh, hell yeah, Squid, that sounds awesome. Got the floating cooler and everything. That's what I'm talking about. Be at the racetrack tomorrow, which means tonight after SLIDESTYLE practice here, I've got to make sure my overlay stuff is ready to go for that. I've spent all this week and probably about 40 hours just in the last 3 days rewriting everything because I found out how I've been doing something horribly wrong and I didn't know that. So using my Counter-Strike HUD as a guinea pig, because that's what's processing the most data and has the most updates on screen at any given time, and the fastest, because CarX I can update like once a second. CarX of SLIDESTYLE I can update like once a second, because, you know, oh, how many votes have we got now? Oh, you got 12 votes, you know, show 12 votes. It doesn't need to be down to the millisecond. But Counter-Strike does. So, I've been testing it with that. I've made a lot of progress on it. There's still a couple of issues, but I've started to get deep enough into, actual, like, application style, like game type programming that I'm starting to find bugs within, like, the web browser. It's gotten pretty intense, but I'm having fun with it. But it's going to be a massive improvement to the racetrack code once I port it over. The stuff that I've got already is good for that. I'm just trying to do extra spicy shit for the Counter-Strike stuff, but just to make it as future-proof as possible. But I've been working on that really hard. That's why I didn't stream yesterday, because I need to get the stuff done, especially if things are going to keep progressing in the racing world. Need to make sure that stuff's good to go. Speaking of the overlays and stuff, we're going to have some stuff to talk about as far as SLIDESTYLE goes too. I've been thinking about some stuff with that as well. Mythic, what's going on? That's the name right there, Mythic Lloyd. Weren't you? I thought you were already following us. Yeah, because it says that's not your first message. That's weird. But either way, what's happening? You weren't before, Skull? Damn, dude. Well, that's nice. It's your hookup right there. That's what you need. A lot of people are talking about 1440p, 4K, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I've got a, what is this, a 27 inch, I think, 1080p monitor. I mean, if you get all up in on something, you can see pixels, you know? Like if I get all up on this thing right here to where you can like see the anti-aliasing and stuff like that, I mean, you know, you can start to see pixels or whatever, but it's not a huge deal. Like, to me, it's not a huge deal, especially that somebody does a lot of graphic design and stuff like that. That's actually a feature to me. Being able to see stuff like that is helpful. And also with streaming, like, I don't have a super hardcore powerful PC, and nobody's watching streams over 1080p. I mean, that's a waste of bandwidth. It's encoding is going to start to chunk it apart at some point. So realistically, I mean, 1080p is where it's at for me. I don't really need much more than that. Now, obviously, if you've got like a 60-inch TV screen, you know, 1080p resolution stretched across that is going to look like shit. Which is our TV in the living room is like, it's 4K, and it looks amazing. It's great. But yeah, as far as a screen this size, I mean, yeah, 4K and stuff is great, but I mean, you need a hell of a computer to be able to push that. Imagine if you were playing like GTA 5 or something, you know, 4K and trying to, you know, it's just, CarX wouldn't be bad. But something like that, it would just be really, you know, PC intensive. So if you got the money, I mean, if you got $4,000 to put on a computer, it's great. But for the rest of the normal humans in the world, Fire says you see the Ford street legal race car with 800 horsepower. Jesus, that's dangerous. Are they? So they're basically trying to go after Dodge with the Demon, kind of doing their own idea of that. That's crazy as shit. $300,000. Honestly, that's not bad. Because your next step up is going to be like the, you know, Ford GT, and those are, I mean, what are those? Like 800,000, if not over $1 million. $300,000's not bad for a, if it's the quality, you know, that it should be. That's true, Skull. I mean, I'm just saying, it seems to fit everything else. I'm not saying it's the car I would pick. It's me. I ain't picking a Ford nothing. Ooh, somebody's all lag-tastical over here. Good grief. All right, waiting for some more of our peeps to show up. Then we got some stuff to talk about because I've had some ideas and stuff. But I don't want to repeat it 15 times throughout the rest of the night, so I want to make sure everybody's got time to get in here. But this is the last Friday practice before next Friday's event. So hopefully everybody drops in at some point. We'll probably have one more practice. We'll have an open practice next week. at least for a few hours. And of course, Thursday is final practice for everybody that signed up for the event. If you haven't signed up yet, make sure you do that. If you can't remember if you signed up or not, just feel free to throw another one in there. I noticed there's not a lot of signups yet for this event, and the majority of the signups are for newer names to SLIDESTYLE. So all of our regulars, nobody has signed up yet. Now I understand a lot of people wait until like the last day so they know which livery they're going to run or whatever, so that way they only have to sign up once. I'm not complaining at all, but I'm just reminding everybody, if you haven't yet and you thought you did, make sure you go on and do that. If you forget, it's not the end of the world. It can be fixed, but the more people we can get to sign up ahead of time, the better. The easier it is on me, event day. Oh, like I said, Wayne, not complaining. Just a reminder in case somebody's like, oh, shit, I forgot to do that. You know, that kind of deal. But nope, it is all good. All the way down to next Wednesday. You could always do that, Wayne. It is an option. It's a possibility. I am digging these new static cameras. Very, very, very happy with what they came out looking like. Timing of the switching and all exactly what I wanted, the angles that they've got. I do miss that one transition, but it's such a flowy, high-speed one. It's not really going to be that. That's not your showcase transition. You know, that's not the one you need to see all zoomed in. And also for replays, that's not the one that I don't foresee a lot of conflict happening there. Although, of course, when you say that ahead of time, that's where it's going to happen. But talk about some of the stuff with as far as next season of Slide Style goes and things like that. Shooting a message over to our officials group there. There's DK. What's going on? What you been up to, man? No, it ain't that, Wayne. I'm trying to avoid that. Yeah, Fire's right. Wayne wants the shit to end. So it's like, Wayne's like, I want it to end so that way I've just won it all. I've won all the Slide Style, and then that was the end of it. P-Dub, what's going on? I was just hoping y'all could pop in just for a second. I didn't know that. I didn't mean everybody had to dive in right this second. DK said he's been doing some shooting. Hell yeah. I haven't been out shooting in a long time. I need to do that. Theory's here too. I appreciate you guys sliding through real quick, pun intended. Yeah, I haven't gotten to go shoot in a minute, which also means my stuff hasn't been run in quite some time. Also hasn't been cleaned in quite some time. That probably needs to be done as well. I haven't even looked at like ammo prices in like 2 years or some shit, because they were so crazy I quit paying attention to it. All right, DK, no worries, man. Well, if you just want to jump in the Discord and listen, oh, that'll work too. Like I said, it's not a huge deal. I just wanted to get everybody's input on what's going on. So I figured I'd get everybody to jump on up in here. Cruz, what's happening? Twitch is having some issues over here. My little dashboard screen is doing all kinds of screwing up. It also says I have like 4 viewers, which obviously you guys know I never talk about viewers or anything on stream, but you know, there's like 15 of you in chat right now, and like it probably that many in the server, and it says I've got 4 viewers. So I know it's wrong, but I was, you know, trying to wait until there was a good chunk of people here to talk about the stuff. Okay. I hear somebody. Thought I heard somebody. Fire says his says 8. Well, there's definitely more than 8 too. I mean, hell, I can count 8 different usernames on my screen right now. Cruz and Skull C12. Yeah, see, it doesn't make any damn sense. Twitch is unhappy right now. Well, at least the stream's not lagging or anything, right? All right. well, either way, I guess a good chunk of our group is here. So we can talk about this stuff. Well, the first thing, for any of you that are on CarX today, if you got the new Kino update with the new mod loader made by the same base developer, which is ironic because Kino originally ran through the Beppin X mod loader, and then they decided to make their own mod loader, and then he forked that code out to its own standalone thing, and now Kino loads into that mod. It's just really weird. Nothing wrong with it, but it's just an interesting path that it took. But I can already, just from reading the text that's included with the load-in screen for it, and whatever, I can already see now that the Kino dev team they're gonna start going down the same road as the ZML dev team, which is problematic. It even says in the little load-in screen for the new mod loader thing that this new feature that they've added is you can now report players, which, okay, that's great, but report them for what? You're gonna ban people from using like your mod in the game? Like, how to what level? Because with how in-depth Kino gets into CarX, I mean, are you talking about like you're going to decide who can and can't play the game? It's bad enough already that the developers can do that, but it's the developers' game. They have the final say. It's their game, their servers. They can do what they want. This shit doesn't belong to those guys. And here's the thing, is so many people are using Kino, and so many people have been so supportive of the developers. I'm afraid that shit's going to their head. The same way that it happened with ZML is these guys, they want some kind of power. They want some kind of, they want to be able to preside over the CarX online community. And I'm sure they're going into that with good intentions for people that are griefing and doing shit in servers and whatever. I'm sure they're going into it with good intentions. It never ends well. 30 years old, I've any situation like that, never seen it end well, not one time. So exactly. So I'm not certain how I feel about that. Obviously, Kino mod is instrumental to SLIDESTYLE and checking each other's car specs and everything like that, and all the things that come with that. And for some of these guys in practice, like watch Wayne here in a second come across the finish line right here, skirt, sliding on over, and watch, poof, right back to the starting line. It's very helpful. I mean, obviously with all the livery modifications, all of the different things that become available through Kino that should be in the base game, honestly. And I've been singing the praises of the guy is a fucking machine. Like the entire dev team behind Kino, they're insane. And I believe that all of the stuff that Kino does should be part of the base game. So don't get me wrong, and don't think that I'm talking bad about Kino. I would not still be playing this game if it wasn't for them. I'm just really concerned with this new idea of them having control over who is able to play the game. Because obviously, we had that period of time like a year ago where everybody would show up in vans with, swastikas on the side and shit like that, and, racial slurs and all these kinds of things, and they would find streamers and just drive their shit around on streamer screens and then try to report the streamers to Twitch for like, hateful content or whatever. Like, regular users like us on a day-to-day basis, we're not going to use this report feature. The only people that are going to use this report feature are people trolling. And there's no way to enforce any of that. And let's say that they get a whole bunch of, you know, like who's the big person, Gooseyest or whatever, that's got hundreds of thousands of subscribers on his YouTube and all that plays CarX pretty heavy. Like, okay, so they get a shitload of reports for that dude. Well, how do they review it? You know, because obviously that person's a streamer and a YouTuber and everything like that, so you can go look at their content and see. Same as me. I mean, they would come to my Twitch and be like, oh, this is the SLIDESTYLE guy. So it wouldn't be a big issue. But like, what if somebody does that to Wayne? You know, what's in place for it's because, you know, with the CarX developers, they have access to in-game analytics and things like that. Is, you know, they can look at all kinds of different things. Kino doesn't have that. So they would just have this long list of reports. Oh, we got 40 reports of this one person being abusive with the fly mod, so we're going to ban them. How do you know that that's not all bullshit? That those aren't troll, you know, that a Discord server got together to try to hurt somebody? Skull, that's the thing. We don't know. It doesn't say. It just says ban people. But how do you ban somebody from using Kino and not stop them from playing the game because of how deep Kino goes into the game? Hell, they've got their own Kino specific game servers. It's not a good look. It's not going to be a good move going forward. So, that being said, the next thing I wanted to talk about, as far as SLIDESTYLE goes, because now we had already talked about it some last week, where it's already going to be difficult for me in general, depending on how stuff goes with racing and everything next year, to be able to do SLIDESTYLE as it is. Things would have to change in one way or another. But we had talked about if the devs don't either release new maps or make a cross-platform, you know, map, like custom map loader like the mod.io or whatever for SnowRunner, if they don't have that done by the end of this year, I can't see us doing SLIDESTYLE again next year, or at least not the same way that we have for these past 2 years. It's just, we've done everything that we can to find like little creative lines and things like that. So here's what it boils down to. Things are going to change. The question is, how much do they change? Because my first thought that I've been trying to work around in my head. Nope. Because we do 10 events across almost a whole year. That's way too goddamn long. The original idea was to have all these practice sessions, and that way, you know, they're open so anybody can join. And how many people? I mean, all of you guys. I've met all of you guys through doing this. And obviously that was the point, you know, to hang out, listen to music and chill and be with the boys. It's not about hardcore practicing the line for SLIDESTYLE. We run this shit a couple times, we got it. It's not, you know, tweak on our cars a little bit, have some conversations, run some line, you know, run the line with your friends. It's not that serious. We're not doing 2 hours of hardcore practice every single Friday, you know. And I love hanging out with y'all. It's not, you know, that's not a problem. However, as far as the event itself goes, RC, you and DK are SLIDESTYLE. God damn it. Y'all started this whole fucking thing. Y'all in there arguing, I'm better than such and so. No, you ain't. Well, why don't we let Twitch decide? And here the fuck we are. So, Seven, what's up? Hit up Alex on the US servers. You can come hang out with us, or if you're already in here, and just watch these guys, or head on over to the SLIDESTYLE Discord. That's where you can see all the line information for this season. We've got an event coming up next Friday, and we're currently talking about the future of SLIDESTYLE as an event series heading into next year. Obviously, the rest of this year is on schedule as usual. No changes there. Pretty sure Squid's game just crashed. He's like nosed over against the wall. So here's some of the things that I've been thinking of in order to try to change up how we do SLIDESTYLE and keep the spirit of the events and what it's about, but make it more accessible, not only to drivers, but to me as the, and also like DK doing race control, and Wayne as well being, checking everyone's specs and everything like that. But that's kind of a day of, and then, during the final hour before the event and the first hour of the event, and then kind of just chilling after that. Not saying it's not a difficult job, it's a pain in the ass, but he doesn't need assistance with time management versus where for me, it's a lot of preparation and everything like that. And then DK is like on the clock once the event starts. And it's stressful. Not that it's definitely easy work for DK and the drivers make it really easy, but having to be available the last Friday of every month for 3 hours, like having to set that aside, damn near put it on your calendar, especially with DK's job and everything like that. That's a tough task, So one of my thoughts was, what if we switched up to, if we had a 10 event season, and instead of that being once a month, the events are 2 weeks apart. So we have a season that, say, starts in April, and the first Friday in April is a practice. Second Friday is the event. So it's like practice, and then next week, Monday practice, Thursday final practice, Friday SLIDESTYLE. Then the, following Friday, first open practice. Skull, that was the next point that I was going to make. Not that you suck. No. Nah, the next point that I was going to make is because generally what we do anyway is we practice 2 tracks at a time anyway. We're going to do San Pleasant now. We'll go to, West Coast here after like an hour from now and do that track as well. Well, that's the next month's course. So we would be doing that throughout, practicing for that track and the next one. So you would get a month's worth of practice per map ish. But doing it that way, that would work out to a 20-week season. Obviously, as it sits, we would keep... There's Jay. We would keep the points and everything the same. Now, well, that's the other thing too, is with the way that I have, remember I was talking about earlier about completely rewriting my overlay system thing again. But I've been meaning to add the point standing stuff into the overlays, and that's the other thing. It would give me a lot longer of an off season to be able to focus on those kinds of changes and really have that system bulletproof heading into next year. Whereas all of this year, I've been updating and adding on things like as the season goes along. And like I said, I've recently discovered, I've learned more about browser DOM object implementation and all this nerd shit. But I have learned that I knew I was doing it pretty cheaply, like pretty poorly, but I did not know I was doing it in a way that was actively bad. Like, if you run the SLIDESTYLE overlay program in a browser window just by itself, it's using like 40% CPU usage. Y'all should see my Counter-Strike HUD was 100%ing my CPU, and that's a 2-window procedure. So I didn't know, because I hadn't really paid any attention to it. I hadn't thought that something in a browser window could, I knew it was possible, but I didn't think that my shit was even in that ballpark. I didn't think that I was maybe using 10% of the CPU at most with my Counter-Strike stuff. No, after all of the rewrites I've done in the past 3 or 4 days, it's still at 50%. Like, I still need to find like another 30% worth of savings. It's fucking insane. All right, DK, no worries, man. I'll get you. Yeah, we'll talk about it more. So, but anyway, things like that, Skull, would get added for next season into my system, because that was the other thing, is that I would work more on automating those things, so that I just sit down on Friday in the afternoon, get everybody in the server, get everything figured out, whatever. Boom, we run the event, and it's not this big stress on me. It already is a lot better. This season has been great. I've had a blast, and it's not been super stressful. But you guys have seen, as the season goes along, like, there's apparently been updates to the Twitch API, because like some of the voting stuff has just stopped working. The regular votes work, but like to do the like last chance qualifier vote just stops working. And I haven't had time to look into it because of all this stuff going on at the racetrack. So, Cat, I got you. Sorry, I'm in my, like, I'm tunnel zone thinking on what we're talking about. So, all of that being said, what if we did that? What if we did a 10 event season, same as right now, and we did on a 2-week schedule? So we have practice on Friday, practice on Monday, final practice Thursday, event Friday, off until the following Friday for the next practice. What do you guys think about that? And let's say we start, if we started in April, where does that, how many months is that? Where does that put us on the calendar? I'll pull it up. I'm gonna look at the calendar right now. So where does that put us? All right, so let's go. Next year. All right. So let's say April. We start April Fool's Day. All right, so that would put the first event on the 12th. So the 12th, the 26th. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would, if we started in April, we would end August 23rd. So it'd be the next to last Friday in August. So if we started in April, we'd end in August. So it'd be like a summer series drift schedule. Now that could also, if things go well, we could also have like a summer and winter season, if we wanted to. If things were, that's going to depend on my racetrack schedule and just like that. But what do you mean spring, Patriot? It goes into August 23rd. That's damn near the end of summer. So that way, and then our practice sessions aren't as long and drawn out. You know what I'm saying? There's Damien. Oh, you're good, Patriot. I'm just fucking with you. So not as long and drawn out.
I love you, bitch. I ain't gonna never stop loving you, bitch.
So here's the other thing. We could do it that way. But that doesn't help us with the case of if CarX does. Well, I guess it kind of does, because it's not as boring. Because right now, the reason we want new maps so bad is because we do the same fucking map for 2 months leading into an event. By the time the event comes around, we're fucking sick of it. And if it's every 2 weeks like that, 2 practices, it would cycle around a lot faster. So, Cat and Damon. As far as the event itself goes, I mean, we've pretty much nailed down. As far as the broadcast goes, we've nailed it. I mean, we're at like 3.5 hours at an absolute maximum. With most of our events, I feel like the pacing is really good. I know it sucks for our friends in Europe, timing wise, but it kind of just is what it is there. But I mean, how do you guys feel about, would we need any changes to be made to the way the events run if we are moving to this more fast-paced system of events? The yeah, I feel the same way, Wayne. I think that'll be a good, because like you know, the reason we did it the way we did it is to try to bring more people. You know, so more people could learn about what we're doing and whatever. And this season has kind of shown that doesn't work. Not that we're doing anything wrong. Nobody's doing anything wrong. It's just that the game itself has gotten stale. People that aren't hardcore playing CarX aren't going to find us like they did when I was first meeting you guys. People were still getting into the game, and there were updates for the game coming out. We were learning new things. And so the idea of practicing for, quote unquote practicing, not actually truly practicing, but just being in a server, talking about SLIDESTYLE for our, you know, in our events and stuff like that, and having people join in and be a part of it, was the idea, of to bring in new drivers, meet new friends and everything like that. The further we've gotten into this season, we have added like maybe 4 new people, like as regulars all year. Maybe 6. So for an event to be as big as what I want it to be, that ain't shit. No, I mean, not that those guys aren't important. I'm so glad everybody's here, but it's, as far as numbers go, the entire idea of having open practices for a month leading up to the event would be that we'd bring in a bunch of new faces, and that hasn't happened. So we've brought in the same number of new faces that we would have if we did it for 20 weeks in the summer. Yeah, Wayne is exactly right. It gets stale, and Skull's right. We did a whole race one day, and I'm still floating that idea too. That hasn't gone away. So I'm going to toot my own horn here for a second. I mean, obviously I'm proud of everything that we've been able to do with SLIDESTYLE events, and obviously the overlay graphics and everything literally got me a job, and it's very possible that I could be working for a touring series coming up because of this fucking event. So obviously I'm proud of that. But you know, one of the things I'm most proud about is the point system. Like, that shit works really goddamn well. Like, it's a really good, if you look at the point standings, it is really, really indicative of everyone's performance this season. And it's very similar to Formula One, is that a lot of drivers have 0 points, And that doesn't mean that they're bad drivers. You know, if you're a Formula One driver, you're not a bad driver, but it's hard to come by points. But it rewards winning. So okay. And also that basically what's going to happen is once I get my system built in the off season for SLIDESTYLE next year, obviously I'm going to redesign it. It won't be major, but it'll be the same format, but upgrade the graphics and things like that, add a couple little features. And like I said, some back-end features too of adding like the season points and stuff like that into the system itself so I don't have to calculate it. It's not rocket science. I'm just lazy. I haven't done it yet. Let's say lazy. I've, been a little busy. But I think the idea would be to get that system written. It's J-Star in the server. Hell yeah. Get it written, and then it'll just be what it is. Like I said, if I can do what I want to do, it would just be another Friday for me. It wouldn't be as big of a stress as it is right now. Sit down and the initial stress of the drivers meeting of who's in, who's out, making sure everybody's got the right permissions in the server, and they're keyed into my overlay system and everything like that. But then after that, we're chilling. It is what it is, because it'll just run itself. That's what the idea would be from my perspective of the event. And same for you guys, is just same as always. You just show up, and I hopefully, as far as for those of you, especially Damien, I've never really asked this before. Not that I didn't care, but I didn't have a choice. But Damien, if you're still here, you've run comp events fucking everywhere. You've been all over the place. How is it for you? As far as being a part of the event, and cause he's run other events while doing SLIDESTYLE. Like, he's in a waiting queue for another comp while sitting in the SLIDESTYLE lobby doing our event. Like, Damien's all over the fucking place. But yeah, how is it for you as a competitor that's been in a bunch of other comps and stuff like that? Like, how do we stack up as far as organization and ease of just everything? How is it? And that goes for anybody else too. I'm asking Damien specifically because he does so much stuff, but for everybody else here that's run other comp events and stuff like that, I mean, how does it feel for you guys as drivers? Like, I want to make it as simple as you sign up, you show up. Yeah, P-Dub runs a bunch of events too. I wasn't saying that like Damien's the only one that does it. I just, he was the first person that came to mind because, like I said, he's run other events. Like, he's been in waiting queues for other events while he's sitting in the lobby for SLIDESTYLE. But yeah, what do you guys think as far as how easy is it to participate? Damien said he's about to do one right now. Yeah, like what, like us compared to other events, like, is being a part of a SLIDESTYLE event a pain in the ass? I know compared to the other drift events that I have been a part of, I feel like we are extremely transparent as far as, the drivers meeting goes over exactly how the event is run step by step, and the drivers are actively a part of the entire event from start to finish, whereas other events are like, we'll just hang out and we'll message you when it's your turn. well, fuck, that could be 3 hours from now. Like, you know, whereas ours is, you know, we start qualifying, you're in the driver's meeting, you know, you're qualifying groups, and we're going to get all the qualifying runs in like an hour. And then once the event starts, you're in the server. Like, it's just, I could be fucking something up. Other events could be doing stuff better. But now's the time. Y'all let me know. Meanwhile, like 10 minutes ago, Fire said we got to stretch it out and hydrate it up. And if they ain't, I mean, if nobody's going to answer, I'm going to assume that we're the best. That's I'm going to go on the assumption that we're the best out of everybody. Unless somebody tells me differently. You mean that in a good way or a bad way, Wayne? Fire says you have to put a pic or a video to be able to report someone for Keno. I mean, it's just, and not to get back on that subject, it's just, I don't like the entire idea of it because there's like a team of 5 people developing Keno total. And for a game like CarX has, we talked about it the other night, hundreds of employees. 10 of them are probably like marketing and community managers. And that's part of their fucking job, is to deal with the player base and handle bans and support requests and all that type of shit. How the fuck are the 4 people that do Keno as a hobby, are they going to be able to dedicate the time to personally view each report? It's just, I know I set lofty goals for things that are difficult to achieve by myself. I do that to myself. I shoot myself in the foot all the time. But that, I'm not dumb enough to do that. Like, they're just, I don't know. It's like when, with CarX talking about, what was the one thing that I was saying that they were never going to fucking do? I don't think they're going to do the custom maps thing. They say that they're going to do it. I don't think they're going to do it. They couldn't even get CarX Street released. Well, the custom maps and modding things, I mean, you guys have seen SnowRunner. That's like developing an entire game by itself. It's just extremely high goals there. Wayne says in a very good way. Okay, well, that's good. I mean, I try to, and I don't want to be, because obviously, and we talk about it every driver's meeting too, the entire point of the event is fun. It's supposed to be having fun. We take the event seriously, but the drifting is fun. And I feel like all of the other CarX competitive things do the opposite. They take the drifting super dead fucking serious, but they don't take their event serious. They don't take their broadcast serious. You know, they just kind of just willy-nilly just do whatever to get through it, but they're really, really hardcore about the drifting stuff. And I want us to be completely the opposite of that. You know, it's the who gives a fuck? You know, we have our own like structure of no rules. It's kind of like we're like the ECW of drifting, but it's like, you know, there is a line, but you do whatever the fuck you want on it, and we have expectations set as drivers of what's good and what's bad, you know. And we're all in it to have fun, so you don't have guys like we had an issue at one point, and a large part of it was I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. I'm not even gonna go down that whole thing, but I mean, the biggest deal, because I don't want to talk bad about other people, but we had a situation where there were people taking advantage of the way that we have the rules set up, and we're using it to like force other cars into walls and things like that. And a big part of that was me with the map layout. I fucked that up, but generally that came from people that take the shit too serious. And when we have our core of drivers that are here to have fun, kind of like when we play Counter-Strike, we're having fun. It's the idea is about having an organized place to have fun, not an organized place to do organized things. It's an organized place to do chaos. That's what SLIDESTYLE is. Like, we have an organized structure to be able to do this shit. Like, no fucking zones. Fuck that. Just rip it, you know? Chase car. Drive up the side of the fucking lead driver. Who gives a fuck? Like, but we bring an organized way to do that. It's the same thing with Counter-Strike. Like, we're not doing super hardcore fucking 5-on-5 maps with utility lineups and all this shit. Fuck that. We're on like these, really cool looking workshop maps doing 3-on-3 with like a modified economy to try to make it to like to put emphasis on SMGs. Like, that's the kind of shit that I want to do, is because there's not enough of that in the world. You know why? You know where I get these ideas from? Not that I'm like stealing the ideas, but that entire concept from Red Bull. You know how they do like the fucking, like, what is it, the Flugtag or whatever, where you make a downhill fucking thing and try to go off a ramp with it and shit, and it's like organized, and they have the schedule, and they have rules about how you sign up and how you're a part of it. You have to have the right safety equipment and all of this shit, but the actual event itself is the stupidest fucking thing you've ever seen, and it's amazing. So that's kind of what I wanted to do. So anyway, I think doing it next summer, 10 events, 2 weeks apart. I think that'll be good. Now, here's the other question. Should we do it in the summer or should we do it in the winter so that I can try to do that during my real life racing off season? Because if I'm dropping it right smack in the middle of summer, I'm dropping it right smack in the middle of the busiest time for me. And like the Cars Tour does races on Fridays. So the other thing would be, what if we started the shit in like November? Like, we finish this season of SLIDESTYLE and start going every 2 weeks at the beginning of November. Where would that, well, let me look at the calendar. Let me scroll back up. So Wayne was saying, he said, my fucking chat thing is all fucked up. He said these other comps getting 100 viewers with music and chat on screen and all that shit. I know, right? That is a little frustrating to me. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty frustrating to know that there are other events out there that suck. Sorry. I mean, I've said from the beginning, and I'll say it every day. I'm just gonna ride by myself. I'm not trying to tandem because I don't want to, because I'm just talking. But I'm not ranting about anything. Skull, what are you talking about? I'm trying to like plan and talk to you guys because I want to hear y'all's input on if y'all have any ideas that I haven't thought of yet. But what was I saying? You fucked me up, Skull. Like, all right, later, man. I'll talk to you later. But yeah, like I've said it from the beginning. I'd put our broadcast and our events up against FD. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Our shit is crazy. Nobody else is doing what we're doing. Like, I know that for a fact. There's nobody else even close. So like, it's crazy to me that these other events and shit have like hundreds and hundreds of people show up and their shit sucks. And not that I'm downing other people, it's just I have a shitload of free time and programming experience to be able to make this shit happen. Not everybody's got that. I'm not saying that, you know, anybody else is bad. I'm just saying our shit's really, really good. And it's kind of disheartening that we get, you know, 40 viewers or whatever for a SLIDESTYLE event when I've pushed it for an entire month, you know, is, hey, you know, this month, this day, this is when we're doing the event. Definitely come check it out. Come watch. Like, hundreds of people that watch these other groups' events that have now just disappeared. Well, don't act like y'all motherfuckers don't know about us. Like, and we bring the entertainment. Like, we're not, I mean, look at the drivers that we have. Every driver that we have is bringing something to the table. And our event allows for, you know, people to show their best. Like, no matter what it is, their skills come to the forefront. Like, we're not locked into this box with standard drifting style. So like, if you are interested in drifting and you're interested in Car X, you're getting a show watching SLIDESTYLE. Like, so it's just kind of weird to me that people will watch the other stuff and not watch us. Oh, and see, Theory, that's my other problem. I'm like bouncing back and forth between like scrolling up in the chat and then reading the most recent. Well, Wayne had said earlier, you answered your own question. He was talking about the schedule. I'm going to have to look at that because I think that might be better to do it in the wintertime. But Theory says it's because they're advertising on like social media and stuff like that. And that's very true. I don't do that because I fucking hate anything related to social media. I made a Facebook. I haven't had Facebook for probably 6 years. But every single person I've talked to at Smart Tour, Cars Tour, anything, all of these racing people that I've met and you know, oh, well, you know, add me on Facebook. I don't have a Facebook. Well, why don't you have a Facebook? Oh my God. So I made one just for racing stuff. Like, I'm not even going to add my mom on there. Like, it's just for racing shit. But like, I just hate it. I don't like social media stuff in general. And I'm also not an advertising person. I don't like posting about SLIDESTYLE and all of the things that go along with that type of social media activity where you've got to make the little graphics and put all the hashtags and all this dumb shit. It's like, I don't have time to think about that stuff because I'm too busy writing the fucking code to actually run the shit the way that I do, you know? And like, so my brain isn't there. And I'm not about to pay somebody else to do it. I can barely, you know, fucking prizes for the drivers. RC said he'll hang a sign out. He'll hold a sign up. Hell yeah. That's funny. J-Star's got to roll out. Appreciate you coming to hang out for a little bit, bud. Wayne, that's another point. That's why we don't do November and December in the first place, is to avoid all the holiday travel and stuff. So you're right about that. So it would definitely have to be the summer. And you know what we could do, because there was an extra week off the end of August on that schedule, we would shift in the middle of the season. We would shift a week around July 4th. For those in the U.S., that's also a traveling and vacation weekend for us as well, being Independence Day here and everything. We would shift everything a week at that point. So basically there would be a week off. And that would be like the mid-season break. So yeah, we'll probably do it that way. So start at the beginning of April. Mid-season week break. Yeah, but theory, there's so many people traveling. I mean, people go on vacation. They'll take like a 2-week vacation to go see family, like on the other side of the country and shit, or the other side of the world, depending on where you're from. And with the way that our point system is, if there's somebody going for the championship, missing one event is massive with the way that our points are. I mean, look at like Formula One with like Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen, for example. Like they're both fighting for the championship. They're first and second. You know, they're podium like every race throughout the season. One day Lewis Hamilton just doesn't show up to a race. Well, he's fucked for the whole rest of like he's out of the championship now. Unless something catastrophic happens to his competition. If you just don't show up to a race, you're just out. You got no chance. That's probably true, RC. I haven't been keeping up with it. I was just saying. I haven't had my eyes on F1 stuff this year. All I know about is NASCAR Weekly Series late models and slide style. That's all the racing I know about. Counter-Strike. And a little bit of wrestling. I didn't even watch the G1 this year. I'm ashamed of myself. Okay, so all of that being said, and considering I don't know what's going to be going on with me, I was planning on having this be like a secret. But I don't know how it's going to work out and how we're going to schedule it. So I kind of need you guys' help since you're here. I want to have, so we've got our 10 events, and then, we're going to have our regular season points champion could theoretically win, like mathematically win before the last event. Just like F1 or how NASCAR used to be back in the day. So what I wanted to do, and this is actually Mom's idea. This is not all of everything you're about to hear is my mom. Biggest slide style fan, I swear. Mom's idea was at the end of the season, not specific, we don't know when, but after the end of the season, when everything's all said and done, have have a race of champions. So basically, have a bracket, maybe 6 cars, you know, or whatever, or maybe 12. It depends on how we want to do it. Like maybe we just take the top 12 in points and do another event, and the winner is, so like obviously, like, you know, whoever wins the championship is the 2023 champion, period. But we'll have like a best of the best prize, and I'm not gonna tell y'all how much it is, but Mom has put up prize money for that as well. So there is a cash prize, all money going to the, like, winner take all cash prize. Well, it'd be a game card for you guys still, but exactly. Wait, so the idea would be it would be an 11th event, but there wouldn't be qualifying. It would be random draw for the 12 seed positions, and we would have to, I don't know where the fuck we would do it. Maybe we could do it on the airport map because that one's so fun. But it would be totally, I would literally be random seed. We would have the 12 drivers and pull seed numbers at random. And then, I mean, we could, and I feel like the airport map would be the most fun too, because it's different, it's crazy, it's got the pit of doom, you know, it's all, it'd be a very fun little event. But then, yeah, winner take all. So then you got your, you know, the champion for the season gets the, I mean, obviously they're the 2023 champion. They get the t-shirt that I never sent Wayne and all, you know, whatever. But like, you get your merch, you get all of that type of stuff, you know, everything that comes along with that. You know, you are the champion, but then there's an additional bonus best of the best extra event with a special prize. And then I think the airport track for that one would be fun as shit. But yeah, winner take all on the prize money for that one. And I think taking the top 12 in points, and of course we have anybody beyond the top 12 for people that can't make it that day, it would basically just be starting from the top of the points, how many people show up until we get 12, you know, and it's first come, first serve as far as points go. So like, if Wayne wins the championship, he's first in points. Like, obviously if he's there, he's got, you know, he's in, he's the first one in. And then as you go down the points, so let's say whoever's 8th place in points can't make it that day, well, we'll be taking, you know, then 9 through 13, and, you know, kind of like that. Mom on commentary for that one. It would actually be pretty dope to have a second commentator. But that's essentially what that's exactly what it is, Wayne. And that is entirely her idea. Well, and we can also use that event. Let's do this. We can use that event to practice that 2-week cycle. We could set that event up as if it was going to be on the, you know, one practice, you know, one open practice, closed practice event. Even though it would all be closed practice realistically, but we would pretend. Holy shit, Jay. I'm telling you, they've got you IP banned, man. That's so fucked up. I don't understand. And, like, it's ridiculous that when all the times you've contacted support, they're like, just use a VPN. That means that they know that you're IP banned, and they're not even willing to, like, because obviously you can load the game, you just can't connect to the servers. They have a way in their network logs to see your connection attempts, find out which one is you. Oh, Yogi, what's up, man? They can see which one is you and unban that IP. It just doesn't, it's ridiculous, the laziness that they're not willing to take that effort for a paying customer. Like, you've bought the game. Hell, at this point, you've bought the game twice. We can do that too, Wayne. It'd probably still be on the airport map just because that one's got the most freedom. Speaking of which, let's go. Yogi got back from a fishing trip. Oh yeah, what you get? You get anything? Actually, you know what? Let me start a new one real quick. All right, there we go. I mean, like I said, Wayne, I'm not worried about, first of all, what they say. I'm not worried about at all because, like I said, I know they're starting with good intentions. I think they have the right idea going into it. Come back to me a year from now when they are abusing the absolute fuck out of it. For whatever reason, I mean, like I said, I'm 30 years old, man. I've been in gaming communities and modding communities, the Linux community, open source guy, like everything. People see a place that they can have power over a group of others, and there's something about it. They can't not abuse it. It could be the best person in the world. I mean, it could be the sweetest, nicest person. And when they have that ability, I mean, it could take a year, it could take 4 years. They're going to abuse it. And it's the same. I mean, look at ZML right off the bat. It's just, that's exactly what I'm worried about, Wayne. But it's gonna turn into that. I promise you. And this is not me shitting on those developers. Like I said, SLIDESTYLE wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Kino. I would not play this game if it wasn't for Kino. The guys are they are machines. They are some of the best. I have said from the beginning that CarX should just give the fuck up and give their code to the Kino guys. I have said that from the beginning. From a developer standpoint, my hats are absolutely off to them. I'm just saying I can see this shit coming. Hey, write it down. Y'all clip this shit and save it for like 2 years from now when they are still like the patron saints of the CarX community and tell me I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. I do not want that to be what happens, but I'm fucking telling you, that shit is gonna get abused and it is not gonna take long for it to happen. There we go. We got Jay in here. Hell yeah. I'm just trying to chill. I'm running the jump line just because I can, but I had honestly planned on getting in here and just, since we're just talking about stuff, I'm gonna get rid of this slide style shit. Since we're just hanging out and talking, figured I might come do the old school over here. Where's my slide machine? Let me get the slide machine out. I would, Wayne, but I can't. I've stayed up all night on purpose. I woke up probably about a half hour before I started streaming. But I've got to make sure my overlay stuff is squared away for this weekend. And then I got to go the fuck to sleep because I got to be up at like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. I got a little bit of extra stuff to do. That track is fucking haunted, and it killed our house feed box, where we've got like in the concession stands and in the bar and in the VIP suites and in race control and all these different places, we have TVs that are connected directly into the my outgoing feed that goes to the stream, that goes to Flow. But the box that separates all that, I haven't driven this car in forever. The thing drives like shit. It's still set up for keyboard driving. Yeah, this thing is horrible. But that box just died. It still would power up. It just wouldn't do anything. Charlie's home, hey. But it was apparently still under warranty, so Chase got us a new one of that. Let me see if I can't fix this car up. Charlie, you didn't get a knife, Wayne. You get a little dirty. You got an old dirty, crusty, rusty boy, maybe. You ain't get that. I've been looking at the market, man. I want to trade mine out. I want one that's pink and blue. You did not. Damn, hell yeah. Mine is actually worth like $30 more than when I bought it. I was kind of hyped. Is it ape? Is that how you're supposed to pronounce that? Maybe. What's going on? Zype. Okay. Exhibix. It's like, what's happening? Sorry, trying to fix up an old. This is my old. Used to drive on mouse and keyboard setup that I got on this thing, so I'm trying to. Get it adjusted to my newer style. We're gonna see what we get here. All right, watch this thing drive like shit right off the bat. Boys, I'm getting better at this setup shit. Look at this thing, man. Look at this thing. Come on, son. Look at that. First try. Completely redid the entire suspension for the whole car. Suspension, tires, you name it. And look at this guy. Look at this thing. But see what you've been up to, my friend. See, you got the CS on the name there. We were just talking about that. Where is Jay still on the server? I wonder how this thing would do with this setup on 90s. Drop the horsepower a little bit more and switch it to 90s and see how she does. All right, why are we voting on people here? What are we doing? Damn, I'm pretty proud of that. First try. It's been my new thing. I've been tightening the suspension up just a little bit over what I used to run. Not as much on this car because it's meant to ride slower, but all right, let's bring it down to like 500 horsepower and put 90s on it. There's Jay. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Look at this right here. I've got to get better at driving now because I'm used to just brute forcing my way through everything, but I think I need to bring my rear gear up just a little bit now. Jay, what do you think? Is she riding smooth? It's got the J approved tires on it. I know that. Not my car. I know that. I'm just saying. I know you're the 90s man over here. Where's Keto? We need Keto up in here. All right. It needs rear gear needs a little bit more. Actually, no, because the rear gear is already 3. Well, we'll go with 380 and we'll go 550 horsepower. Ah, Jay's on the phone. Got you. So we'll go with that. Y'all hit this vote real quick for me. Y'all might as well just go on and do bands because they're just gonna come back. Pressure back down. All right. I'd see. That's what I told you all about. No, you did a kick. Why did you do a kick? Y'all vote no. Vote no real quick so we can ban this dude. It's ridiculous. All right, now handle it. There we go. Thank you. Keto, what's going on? We're kicking it old school over here. Got the little 90s slidey boy I'm trying to work on here. First time driving it with the controller because I've been so heavy on slide style stuff, so I'm trying to get used to it. Keto said he just ordered some food, got a tattoo. Oh, shit. You better be posting that in the Discord, boy. Hell yeah, what'd you get? Can't get used to driving this, man. Oh, that's pretty cool, dude. Hell yeah. Look at these beautiful rides over here. Yeah, you missed out earlier, Keto. We pretty much planned the entire next season of SLIDESTYLE. Gonna be changing things up. Still gonna be 10 events, but it's gonna be every 2 weeks, middle of summer next year instead. It's gonna rattle it all off back to back. It's gonna have a 1 week break, like around Independence Day, July 4th type area. So like basically it'll be every 2 weeks, then a week off, so then every week after that will be just shifted by one. But the point structure and everything is going to stay the same. Basically everything's going to stay the same. But we'll just have a pretty damn big off season. And I think the way I'm going to look to do that is going to be, because I want to do something Counter-Strike related too, obviously, like It's been pretty apparent that that's been in the works for a long time. I just haven't quite figured out how and what I want to do yet. But I think what I would like to do, because of course I'm going to, have racing season and all, real life racing season and everything happening next year, not knowing what all is going on with that, but I'm going to be very busy with that, obviously. So I think for as far as the stream goes, to have like a midsummer slide style season. That way I can, prepare for it. We can just rattle them off back to back. It'll be really fun. And then by the time we're like really tired of drifting, it'll be over. We'll have a champion. And we will be able to have all that time heading into the winter to do something Counter-Strike related. Not sure exactly how or what I want to do with that yet. I would like to take this idea of the 3-on-3s on workshop maps and do something with it. Nose itchy all of a sudden. I think I sucked up a dog hair. Holy shit. But what do you mean, Keto? As far as like how Charlie was doing like movie night and stuff like that? You mean that type of stuff? Because I want to do more of that. I've just been so damn busy with all of this shit, either for the racetracks or working on overlay stuff or whatever. It's been insane. Oh no, I'm talking about like putting together an event like SLIDESTYLE for Counter-Strike. Like outside of regular typical streaming activities. Because like you guys know, I only play CarX when we're doing SLIDESTYLE related stuff. Obviously I'm going to play Counter-Strike when we're not doing Counter-Strike related stuff, but that would be more of the focus on stream. Would be the event. And that's not going to, so that would be like same thing. Friday nights at 7 or whatever would be however that works. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But if we did some type of like tournament-based thing or whatever, and if it was every 2 weeks on Fridays, same as SLIDESTYLE, but just it would be Counter-Strike, that would just free up the schedule a lot more during the week to play all kinds of other shit, which I've been wanting to do. I've been wanting to play more single-player stuff. I started on Halo, and just to be able to play that and just have fun. And like when we did Alien was so much fun. Fucking with you guys, and we named him Kevin, and then chasing Kevin all through the ship and all that, stuff like that. A lot of fun. So I want to get back into doing stuff like that, and especially if next year is going to be as busy as I'm expecting it to be, it'll be nice to be able to have more relaxed, chill nights with stream. But yeah, I'm trying to kind of plan for like the longer future now that more of this stuff is starting to become real, or the possibilities are becoming real. It's not just a dream anymore. It's when I get the phone call versus, oh, well, man, wouldn't it be cool if such and so was interested in my stuff? Man, that would be great. Well, now they are interested in my stuff, and I'm just waiting to find out who wants it and how much they're going to pay me. So it's kind of, I need to start as far as the stream, because the stream's not going anywhere. So as far as that goes, I need to start pre-planning ahead of time, because obviously I want to keep doing SLIDESTYLE or something like it. I don't want that to stop. I want to do something with Counter-Strike, and it's like these are the things that I want to do. So I want to be able to. I need to make room for them in my life, I guess, and also make it like Wayne said earlier, because SLIDESTYLE gets extremely stale because we're just doing the same shit all the time. So it keeps things from getting stale. So that's the game plan. Oh, there's Jay. Jay is back. I gotta catch up to him. I want that door. Give me that door. I'm gonna steal that golden door. I'll bet a door of gold against your soul because I think I'm better than you. I'm trying to come up with a way to turn all the lyrics in that song into drifting related lyrics and I can't figure it out. Ha ha ha, Wayne. Where's your meme when you need it? Comedy is a hard business. Good grief. Man, but don't let him hit you with these puns. What are you talking about, Wayne?
Your contact lenses just arrived.
1-800-CONTACTS. You can't have my brand. I have special eyes.
Look with your special eyes.
My brand.
Give me a hell yeah! What? What?
I can hear all the sounds, and the sounds are going through to the stream.
That's what good mac and cheese sounds like.
How about now? I don't understand how that got turned off.
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
All right. I have no idea how that happened, but we got it fixed. Oh, there's Jay. I'm gonna go get Jay. Now we need to see if the music will go through. I'm really not good at driving something with 500 horsepower on 90s like this. All right, let's see if the music goes through the bot. Is that coming through the bot? It's on the stream, and it's in my ears, so that's good. It looks like the bot's lit up green. All right, cool. I have no idea what the hell happened. All right, we all throw some music in there. We are chilling. I didn't change any volume stuff at all, Wayne. It just wasn't outputting to the right. It wasn't like outputting to the right channel or whatever. I don't know how that changed because I haven't touched it, but Haven't changed any volume stuff. Unless it's somehow getting pushed to that channel twice. Which I don't think it is. All right, that should be good. There's Jay rocking the Miata. The green Miata earlier. Now he's got the Dragon. It feels good to have Jay back in here. I still hate that stupid shit. Well, the guys were joking earlier. I know RC was joking about it. I think Wayne had said something too. Sorry, Jay. I'm a terrible driver. About maybe possibly doing something with Assetto Corsa instead of Car X. But I don't feel like that would work, because that would very much limit our pool of drivers. And I really don't know if there, I mean, I'm sure there is, but I don't know if there is a large amount of like maps like these in that game, because like SLIDESTYLE is really built around the concept of Car X, and like the driving style of this game like really leans into how SLIDESTYLE operates. You know, I don't think it would be the same. I love this car, man. Got the palm tree with the ocean and the sunset and shit. Like, I did a damn good job with this. The best livery I have, and it's the one with the least amount of shit on it. Emma with the rusty crusty machine over here. Jay with the Charger. Ooh, he's got the big boy in here now. Cruz with the station wagon. We'll follow this guy. He seems to know what he's doing. is fast. Oh, Jay's got the racing machine out in here. You know what that means? Let's see, I feel like this one will run good. Oh no, Jay. I need to tighten up the suspension on this one like I did my other one. Let me see if I can't straighten that up real quick. Zalius, what's up? Says I haven't played it forever. Is the G80? I don't know because I have all the cards and I only mess with certain ones. I mean, every car in there's no bad car, really. I wouldn't say. In the whole game, it's really just up to your driving style and how you set it up. I got you. Yeah, I'm usually in this guy. In the new BMW, and I was trying the GR86. I've still got to work on that, so. All right, so now that I've ruined the tune for this, let's see how it drives. Which really I shouldn't be driving it over here. I should be driving it over on the actual comp course, but this thing is fast as shit. Damn. Yeah, most of our comp event stuff is we run all of our stuff on 110s that this car is hooked up on. But no, we were chill. I was hanging out earlier messing around with the car on 90s. I just wanted to I just switch over to this one because somebody else was in a quick car. But I've been experimenting with a different suspension setup lately, and I've kind of been digging it. Oh yeah, Alex. I can't drive on other people's stuff. See, I just know my own driving style well enough and whatever. But I mean, I've always just done any game that'll let me set up my own stuff. I've kind of tried to. I've just always done that ever since I was little, playing like NASCAR 2003 and shit. It's just always been my thing. But never get that jump right. I've spent so much time around it. I was like, even when I was like, you know, middle school and high school and stuff with my buddies, we were always talking about, you know, driving race cars and all that kind of stuff. And the idea was always that I was going to be the setup guy, the crew chief kind of deal, and my buddy was going to be the driver. And we actually did. We got to do that for a short period of time, which was pretty cool. He's still driving. Him and his brother are still driving race cars. Which is pretty awesome. But yeah, I've always kind of, that's been my, I like that kind of stuff. Damn. Horrible at this jump. But yeah, it's like a puzzle, how all the different pieces affect each other and things like that. You know, it's kind of what I like messing with. Damn. And obviously there's like a science to all of it, and there's so much math and geometry that goes into everything. But after a while, and also with video games, it depends on the game engine as well, is you just kind of start to get a feel for what the game likes and what you can do to get the desired effect that you want. The only one where I've ever had to actually sit down and do math was iRacing. Oh, there we go. Finally got a decent one. This car does feel pretty good now. Use your M2. Hell yeah. Are you in the lobby, man? You gotta come chill with us. This has been my main here for the last little bit. I'm pretty happy with how this one came out. Yeah, this thing rips. But it all just depends on your driving style and everything like that. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this one came out. Carries so much more momentum compared to the 86. Wayne got the 183 wheeling. I actually like the 86 in this line better than the BMW. All right, let's get this one kind of on the same type of setup. All right, let's see what this does. Wrong gear. You got to do a lot of work on your shocks for hitting that jump. Because the rest of the track is so flat and relatively slow that it really doesn't, it's not going to have a huge bearing on how the car drives once it's set into a drift. But well, I guess I was on the wrong side there, wasn't I? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, Wayne. There's Alias. Hey, BMW machine. What's happening? All right, Bama, take it easy, bud. I ain't gonna be on here much longer. Got to get my stuff ready for tomorrow's racing festivities. Hey, for everybody that's here, remember, if you haven't signed up for this month's SLIDESTYLE event yet, make sure you get your sign up in before next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. I guess at midnight, you know, somewhere in that ballpark, before next Thursday. We'll probably have a one more little kind of practice hangout session type thing next week, and then final practice, of course, Thursday, and then the event is this coming Friday. Gonna be a good one, can't wait. Just 3 events left in the season. Championship points tight as ever. See, that's what I mean about the shocks being important. The way that the rear shocks in this car are, when I hit the jump, it throws the ass into the car up in the air. It won't fly level. Oh, I'm about ready to be done. Got lots of stuff to check on before tomorrow. Did you really get a knife for CS, Wayne? Slayer's here. What's going on? About to get off of here in just a little bit, but the race day tomorrow. But I was trying to swap my sleep schedule back, so I slept for like 4 or 5 hours. So hopefully I sleep really good tonight. Well, we're gonna play Monday. I would like to play Monday. That would be nice. RC, are you not listening? Ain't nobody listening. I am going to the racetrack tomorrow, which means I have to get my shit straight tonight to be ready for it. I said that like 6 times tonight, goddammit. And sorry, Wayne. God, I get so busy, man. Hey, no, it ain't gonna be racing stuff. It's gonna be Counter-Strike stuff. Well, because I'm using that as the guinea pig for all of the future racing stuff. Don't be busy. Shit's crazy, man. It's been awesome, though. Hey, what if instead of for slide style next year, what if instead of windshield banners, like we just dropped windshield banners entirely? What if we hold on. What if what if instead of windshield banners we did Oh shit. Hold on. Everybody shows up with that shit. Are you talking about doing it like that? That would be kind of cool. Can you do the front and rear ones separate? Oh, yeah, I guess you can. Millhouse, what's going on? I don't think you can do front and rear separately, Wayne. How about that? If only the lettering in the middle was white. Oh, the wheels could be white. Nah, what if we did do like this, though? What if we didn't do windshield banners and we did like this? So it was like slide style branded tires. So stupid. All right. Bam. Slide style. Oh, boy.
How they approach things. The edge, are they right against the wall? Are they holding their car on the edge to this wall is mountain here right off the bat. But we know he's able to do it. We are set.
Here we go. Look at this. Look at this beautiful, beautiful action right here.
Welcome to round 7 of slide style. Oh.
Look at Wayne not leaving the starting line.
That's what we said.
Then finally leaving the starting line.
Chase being in control of the start.
See, the windshield banners, I don't look at it. You can still see it, like how clearly you can read the name and everything as it's coming at you on the screen. Like, I understand this stuff is up here, but like, it just adds that extra level of visual, like, especially how I like to have the TV cameras kind of focused on the front of the car. Like, you can clearly see both drivers' names and numbers and everything right on the windshield banner from that from like all these camera angles. That's why I do it that way. I mean, it's damn near focused on Wayne's name on the windshield is where the camera is at. Look at it. That's why I do it that way. And that's why I want it to be the way I want it to be. And look how clearly Wayne 66 right there on the windshield, and then you look over, look, oh, it's Wayne 66. Oh, wow. Like,
This replay here. So we'll take one more look at this run. Great stuff from both of these guys. Launching into that first
anyway,
side by side there. DK right in the tire tracks of Wayne. All the way around.
next Friday, this right here is happening. San Palezzo. Going to be awesome. If you haven't signed up yet, make sure you make it happen. And if you're just a fan, you just want to hang out and watch and see some of this drifting action, definitely be sure to come hang out 7 p.m. next Friday right here. Alex on your screen. Everything can be found at !SLIDESTYLE. Just type that in the chat. And that'll get you hooked up with everything you need to know. Meanwhile, I'm going to get locked and loaded for some racing action tomorrow night. If you want to see what that's all about, you can get yourself a subscription to Flow Racing, which is expensive as fuck. But if you love short track racing, asphalt racing, short track, dirt racing, all over everywhere, they've got all of it all in one spot. They've been going around buying up everything that NASCAR doesn't have their hands in. But the joke's on you, because NASCAR has their hands in Flow, so really they've got all of it. But anyway, everything racing that's not on a national TV deal is on Flow Racing. So if you're into that kind of stuff, and do not be surprised if they do not start picking up regional level drift events by next year. I would not be surprised with that. Hopefully they add a monthly billing option to the service, because that's straight up. That's why I can't do $150 a year for that. I practically, I work for them, sort of. I produce content for their stream, and I can't even afford it myself. Not a knock on them. It's just they need to work on their pricing structure a little bit. But if you wanted to see what we've got going on tomorrow night, South Boston Speedway on Flow Racing, you can also go on there for free and look at highlights and things like that. They also have a YouTube page. You can check that out. But that's where I'm going to be tomorrow. And then I'll be on a camera for the Cars Tour next Saturday. And you can check those highlights out and see my shitty camera work. You can see that on YouTube as well. When you watch the race and it's got 3 different cameras and 2 of them look good and 1 of them looks like shit, that's me. No, I'm learning a lot. I've done 2 races so far. I'm learning a lot. It's fun, and it's helping me out with my production quality too, learning the different aspects of everything. So having fun with it. But either way, be at the racetrack tomorrow working on that. So I've got to jump off of here for tonight because I got a lot of stuff to work on. We are going to be back next week. I do want to play some. I'm hoping we get CS. The going idea is right now that they're going to be adding more people to the beta for CS2 here very soon. So hopefully we can get in on that. My only problem is kind of like with the PTR thing for CarX is like the moment I switch over to the beta for CS2, I'm not coming back. I'm not for 2 reasons. One, because it's sexy and I want to play it, and I want to start. Once I start playing it, I don't want to go back to CSGO. I want to start conditioning myself to the feeling of movement and shooting and everything in CS2 and the maps. But also the observer side of things is once I can get my hands on CS2 and as long as the certain camera commands and stuff aren't still locked out of it that were previously, I'm going to start updating my observer pack for Counter-Strike up to CS2. So once that happens, I'm going to be on it. So if I happen to get one of these invites and then other people don't get it, you're shit out of luck is for playing with us on stream, because once I start CS2, I'm not going back. Hopefully next week. Holy shit. Me and Charlie are going on a short vacation the following week. Sunday through like Wednesday. I can almost fucking guarantee you that's when CS2 is going to come out, when I'm not at home for 3 days. I can just feel it. I know it, and I'm going to have to wait half a week to be able to play my game. Oh, we're just going to the lake, Skillet. Nothing crazy. Just go hang out at the lake for a little bit with my family. It'll be fun. But nah, Charlie had some vacation time for work that she needed to use. So we did that week, and then another one in November, I think.
Make their way around the blue wall here. So much speed across the center section. They're going to have to get it woed up to get back through here.
But yep, so plenty of stuff going on these coming weeks. More slide style action, more Counter-Strike action. No, Wayne, I'm not getting. I told you I got 4 hours of sleep and I'm getting ready. I've got to go take a shower. No, take that back. You get it back. I love you. No, I've got to go. I also need to go eat something. But I'm glad that I got to hang out with y'all for a little while. Glad we got to talk about next year's slide style stuff. I think that's going to be a big improvement. It's going to open up things a lot for us as far as if we, depending on what goes on with CS2 and being able to put together something for like the winter time. And then in the summertime, you know, have like an off. So I have like a season of whatever type of competitive thing I can come up with for CS. And it would be it'd be the same idea as slide style. It would be a serious event, but not serious gameplay. Like the actual game itself would just be fun and dumb and just wild, you know, not hardcore by any means. But we would make the broadcast of it. You know, I'm going to have my custom HUD, my overlays, all that type of shit. And maybe we could even, because we have the fan voting stuff is how we do slide style. I wonder if we couldn't even do some kind of fan participation, like viewer participation into the Counter-Strike game. Like, kind of like what Blast does with their show matches, where like, one team is blind for a round or something. I don't know. Just dumb shit. I don't know how we would do it. But maybe we can come up with something like that.
Oh, big contact as they head into the wall. We're going to have to take a look at that one on the replay, but it looks like Waifu might have stuffed.
No, I don't know. I don't know what we would do, but we'd come up with something. But I love the idea of 3v3s because I feel like it can be competitive, but it can still be fun. It's not like Wingman where it's an aim map. It's just 2-on-2 and a 2 can outshoot the other team. There's not very much strategy. With 3s, you still get the wildness, the aim variety, but you've got more options with actually strategizing and stacking certain lanes on the map and whatever. And obviously we're only doing single bomb site versus multiple bomb sites. But we'll come up with some stuff. We'll see what we can do. But to have like a wintertime series of Counter-Strike that's like that, it would be tournament based. So we would have like teams. So we'd have teams of 3. I don't know how many. And we would probably just do like a round robin kind of thing. I don't know. We'll just have to figure it out. And of course, slide style, we've got that locked down, how that works. And that's been great. So we'll go for that next year. Summer series starting in April, 20 weeks. Every other week is an event. I think that'll be good. And then we can do the same thing across the wintertime for Counter-Strike. So that'll be perfect. I like it. I dig it. It feels good. We'll see what we can come up with. But I have got to come up with some stuff for the racetrack tomorrow, so I'm going to go take care of that. What's going on? Who else is on the streamification? One of Charlie's buddies, Schulte, is over there playing some Dead by Daylight. So we'll go send some love his way. Say what's up. Tell him Alex said hey. And hopefully he's over there having some fun. But until then, man, like I said, make sure you get signed up for Slide Style next Friday, 7 p.m. right here on the channel. That's where it's going to be at. We'll talk about it more next week. We'll be streaming some more next week, playing some Counter-Strike. We got to see Wayne's knife. Got to see the knives. We got to stab each other. We got to test our knives out. But y'all have a good weekend. Be safe. Everybody have fun with whatever you're doing. Stay cool out there. It's been hot. Stay cool. I'll see y'all on the next time around. Go tell Schulte what's up. Y'all be sure to come hang out with Charlie because I'm sure she'll be streaming later on tonight and this weekend as well. So say hey to everybody, and we will see y'all next week. I've been Alex. I've been on your screen. You've been you. You guys are awesome. Mr. Dunn, sorry you got here right at the end. But next week, and I'm going to be able to do wrestling next week. I promise. I swear. We're going to figure it out. I might have to see about that new mod, though. I might have to. We might have to switch. I don't know. We'll see. Y'all take it easy. Peace out. See y'all next time.